Oh no, not the woods again. We go there every time, Hermie moaned. Well, where would you like to go then? Father asked. Why don't we try the beach? We haven't been there for ages. Oh, all right then. Jump in the car. What about my hat? Oh, right. I'll go and get it, shall I? There you are, Hermie. Is that all right for you? Yes, that's lovely, thank you, Hermie replied. After a couple of minutes, Hermie asked, whilst we were on the way, would there be any chance of something from the Hermie treat box? As Father leant over the box, another request came from the back seat. Oh, and before you get one out, would there be a biscuit with a little more flavour than the one I had on the last trip? Yes, this looks nice, Hermie. Try this. Hermie looked at it despondently. Well, I suppose it'll have to do. Doesn't look like the most tantalising biscuit I've ever seen. But the trouble is, I don't have much choice in the matter, and have to eat whatever comes my way. Is everything to your satisfaction yet, Hermie? Oh, yes, I'm deliriously happy, thank you. Will we be at the beach soon? Yes, Hermie, just settle down and enjoy the journey. Oh, I will, don't worry. Hermie sat quietly and looked out of the window until the beach appeared. At last! Hermie shouted as he looked at the waves and imagined them tickling through his toes as he paddled in the water. Father opened the door and Hermie leapt onto the soft golden sand. Oh, I say, this is wonderful. Could I possibly have my lead off? I think we've done this before, Hermie, and you are very naughty when it comes to the reconnection of the lead to your collar. Oh, I know, but they were the bad old days. I may have been a little naughty then, but today is different, I promise, Hermie said, smiling to himself. Right, come on then, lead off, Father said as he reluctantly let Hermie loose. Thank you, Father. Hurrah, freedom! Whee! Hermie ran towards the water. I'm going to enjoy today, that's for sure, Hermie sniggered to himself. Come on, Father, why don't you join me for a paddle? Soon they were both splashing in the nice warm water until... What's that? Hermie shouted. It's only a jellyfish. Oh, my goodness. Aren't they poisonous? Hermie asked. Well, some are, but not this one, as he seems to be a very nice jellyfish. I'm sorry, I don't like jellyfish, and I have decided I would rather like to be taken to another beach, please. Also, there are too many flies. Right, Father shouted. Off we go to the car. Hermie took no notice of the obvious lowered tone in Father's voice and ran to the car. After about 10 minutes, they came to a pebbly beach, and Father let him out. Hermie ran towards the beach and then suddenly stopped. Ah, not good for my paws, Father, Pebbles, I'm afraid. So what? Well, as you may notice, my paws are rather small. The naughty pebbles get stuck in between my little toes, which will cause me to fall over and lose my balance, thus banging my head. No, this beach is not for me, thank you. Sorry. Oh, for goodness sake, you fussy little dog. Father quickly walked Hermie back to the car and pushed him in. I'm ready to go now, Hermie said, as he pushed his nose between the seats and rested his head on Father's shoulder. Hermie quite liked to see Father getting annoyed. There was something quite fascinating about the way he went red. How are you doing, Father? Having a nice day? Wonderful. Never have I had such an enjoyable afternoon, thank you. You've been to 2 beaches, neither of which have been up to your standard. Hermie sighed as he snuggled into Father's neck. Never mind, the next one may enthrall me even more. Let's hope so, because here we are, Father said. They drew up to the 3rd beach and Hermie jumped out. How is this one for you? Well, not too many pebbles, soft sand, a lackage of flies, and no jellyfish. Yes, this seems perfect. Ah, so glad. There is one last thing. Oh, what is that? My lead. Oh, silly me. There you are, it's off. Hermie flew across the beach and into the water. Oh, this is absolutely marvellous. Hermie shouted with glee as he rolled around in the warm water. Do you know what would make the afternoon even more perfect? Oh, I think you will shortly tell me, Father said as he paddled alongside Hermie. Well, did you bring a picnic? Yes, it's in the car. Is there any chance you could go and get it? I'm feeling a little peckish. Of course, I will now make my way to the car and return with the heavy basket. Father sighed. I will just find a comfy rock and wait for you to return, Hermie said. Soon Father was back and opened up the wicker picnic basket. "What have we here?" Hermie asked as he leant his head over the edge of the basket. "We have bones of various sizes. There are small ones, medium, and even a large one." Getting a little sick of bones. Are there any other choices?" "Yes. Here we have an old crusty pie that you might like to nibble on, and a lump of cheese with a hint of mould on the edge, as I know you love mould." "I have changed my mind. I don't like mould any more." "Right. I'll eat the mould." "Oh, that's disgusting, Father. You can't possibly eat mould on cheese." "What else have we got in here?" "Ah, what's this?" Hermie spied a delicious pie at the bottom of the basket. "Oh, that's my pie," Father said. "Sorry? What do you mean, that's my pie?" "Well, that's my pie," Father repeated. "Well, how can you possibly have a pie and not I?" Hermie asked. "Yes, I know, but humans eat pies and doggies don't." "Well, that's not fair, as I'm almost as human as you." "Right, let's share the pie," Father decided, as he proceeded to cut it in half. "Excuse me, that's not half," Hermie moaned. "Father, do you want to starve me this afternoon? How on earth do you think I will have the energy and the strength to walk back to the car if I'm not fed properly?" "Okay, you have the bigger side," Father grunted, as he handed the large piece to Hermie. "Ah, thank you," Hermie said, licking his lips in anticipation. "This is delicious. What's in it?" "Oh, meat of some sort." "Well, what sort of meat?" Hermie inquired. "I'm not sure. It's just meat." "Meat? Yes, meat." "Yes, but I need to know as my tummy is very fragile." "Pork, I think," Father said. "Oh, Father, you know I don't like pork. Is there something else in the basket we could try?" "Oh, Hermie, you are really starting to annoy me." "For goodness sake, try these," Father said as he brought out a box of cooked sausages. "Oh, my goodness, my favourite, sausages." Father counted them. "How many are there?" Hermie asked as he lay his nose on the edge of the box. "There are 6. "Ah, lovely. 1 for you and 5 for me?" "No, Hermie, that's the wrong way round. The human, such as Father, has 5, and the dog, such as Hermie, has the 1. The dog, such as Hermie, wants half, and the human, such as Father, will have half or less because he is being very inconsiderate." "Right, I've just about had enough of this," Father said. "Well, so have I," Hermie replied. "This is supposed to be a day out for me." "It wasn't supposed to be your day out. It was a day out for both of us." "Well, yes, but it was mainly for me because I am Hermie." "All right, Hermie, that's it. I have almost had enough. You have 4 sausages, and I shall have 2. "That sounds delicious, thank you." "And the flavour?" "Just meat." Hermie slowly munched through each one and said, I say, Father, these are rather yummy, don't you think?" "Glad they are so good," Father replied. Hermie looked up at Father as the last slither disappeared down his throat. "Is there anything for sweet?" he smiled. "Sweet? Dogs don't eat sweet." "Ah, this is where you have been misinformed. I happen to be rather partial to a slither of apple," Hermie said. "Well, we'll have a look, shall we?" Father plunged deeper into the basket. "Oh, your luck's in. We have a delicious green apple." "Oh no, it must be red," Hermie insisted. By now the colour of Father's face had changed to be a very bright shade of red, much to Hermie's satisfaction. "Well, this has been a wonderful afternoon, thank you, Father, and, do you know, I now feel almost full." "Oh, really, you surprise me. 2/3 of a pie, 4 sausages, and now an apple. How could you get any more in?" "Oh, you are such a funny human. Don't you have a sense of humour?" Father looked at Hermie and smiled. "Hermie, I have got a very good sense of humour, but you have pushed me to the limit." "Oh, have I?" Hermie said. "Yes, sometimes you drive me almost potty." "Oh, that's a little odd." "You don't drive me potty," Hermie said. "No, that's because I'm normal." "Are you saying I'm not normal?" "Well, you're not the most normal dog in the world," Father sighed. "Well, what's wrong with me?" "Oh, Hermie, you are such a fussy little dog." "No, I'm just being Hermie. Hermies are all like this." "No, sorry. There is only one, Hermie, and that's you. Maybe we should agree to disagree? Hermie said, as he put his paw on Father and grinned as hard as he could.